Good morning, everyone. Well, a slow-moving cold front's going to be working across Iowa today, and along it, we do expect a line of scattered showers and thunderstorms and possibly a few severe storms. So let's time things out for you starting at 8 a.m. this morning, and notice that most in the state are going to be dry, but I do have to mention the chance for some isolated showers for the morning commute in the most northwestern part of the state, places like Sioux City on up to the Sioux Falls area. But no storms to worry about until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's when we expect some thunderstorms to start to pop up and possibly a couple of severe storms. And what I like about this model is I think it's doing a good job of showing how most of the activity today is just going to be regular showers, weak storms. But see that dot of red showing up to the north and west of Fort Dodge? Could there be a lone severe storm at 2 o'clock? Yes. Now, I think the most likely time to see some severe storms is probably going to be during the late afternoon, early evening hours when we have our warmest temperatures. Speaking of temperatures today, we do expect it to be a little bit warmer to the south and east versus the north and west. I do think upper 70s, low 80s are going to be most common, but I'm not going to rule out a couple of mid 80s in the most southeastern part of the state and maybe some just topping out in the mid 70s in the most northwestern part of the state. There's really not going to be a lot of wind around day unless you get under a thunderstorm, and even a regular thunderstorm, you can easily see gusts around 30 miles per hour, but as long as you're not under a thunderstorm, winds are only going to be around 10, 15 miles per hour today. So we're looking at 5 o'clock here, and notice it's mostly green and yellow, maybe a lone severe storm somewhere. And really, the area we're highlighting for the chance of severe storms, I think we're going to avoid the severe storms in the most southeastern part of the state and northwestern part of the state. So I'm really looking at the severe threat from Denison on over to Iowa City. I think that's where there's the possibility of severe storms. South and east of Iowa City, so for the Quad Cities, for example, not concerned about severe storms, not concerned about severe storms around the Sioux City area, but I do want to mention the chance of severe storms for places like Mason City, Waterloo, Des Moines, because that's when this line of storms, though a broken line, notice there are some gaps in it, is going to be working over the central part of the state. So let's continue to track the activity. Here we are at 8 o'clock, and notice mostly green, yellow, orange, showers, weak storms, but notice a couple of dots of red showing up indicating the possibility for a couple of severe storms. However, once we get past 8, 9 o'clock, our temperatures are going to be coming down. The atmosphere is going to be stabilizing, so the cold front is not going to be clear of us. It's still going to be over Iowa, but because the atmosphere is more stable, we're not going to be worried about any severe storms once we get to 11 o'clock. So severe threat coming to an end by 11 o'clock, but there's still going to be showers and weak storms around. So what about the Friday morning commute? Well, notice now the focus, though there isn't going to be a chance of severe storms, the focus of the activity is in the southeastern part. So I do have to mention a good chance of showers and weak storms for places like Iowa City, Burlington, the Quad Cities. As the front continues to slowly move to the south and east, however, I do think it will be clear of us by noon tomorrow. So by noon, the chance of rain coming to an end. The rest of Friday looking dry. And of course, because the cold front clear of us now, tomorrow is going to be a cooler day. You know, I do think we're going to warm up a little bit more than this. This is looking at noon. And once we get to about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we may still reach the low 70s in the southeastern part of the state, but more likely to just top out in the low 60s in the northwestern part of the state. And actually tomorrow there's going to be more wind. I do think it's going to be a breezy day with gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour across the state. So to summarize the severe threat today, looking at a line of scattered showers and thunderstorms from 2 o'clock this afternoon to 11 o'clock this evening, really in the central part of the state. So, you know, places like Mason City, Waterloo, Des Moines, you do have a chance of severe storms, but it is small. This is certainly not the highest threat that we've ever seen in Iowa. This is a low-end day. Most of the activity is going to be regular showers and thunderstorms. But we do expect in a few spots some severe storms to pop up. Not worried about any tornadoes, not worried about any flooding, but where those few severe storms do pop up, we could see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and up to penny-size hail.